Clarence, nominations were closed on the two candidates. Adams was not eligible to vote, no proof of having been sworn in. Henderson received 2 votes. Shropshire, Buggs, Lee, and Blacknell abstained from voting. For the position of vice chairperson, Henderson nominated Pettigay Lewis, which was seconded by Commissioner Lewis. Commissioner Clarence Lee nominated himself. Commissioner Buggs seconded. Nominations were closed on the 2 candidates. Lewis received 2 votes, Lee received 4 votes, and was thus elected vice chairperson. For treasurer, Henderson nominated herself. Well, I had nominated myself, which was seconded by Commissioner Buggs. Keisha Shropshire nominated herself, seconded by Commissioner Blacknell. Henderson received 2 votes, Shropshire received 4 votes, and was elected treasurer. For the position of secretary, Commissioner Henderson, myself nominated Commissioner Blacknell, which she declined. I then nominated Commissioner Yvonne Buggs, which was seconded by Commissioner Lewis, and it was a unanimous 6-0. Thus, Commissioner Buggs was elected secretary. Commissioner Blacknell was nominated by Commissioner Henderson, which was seconded by Commissioner Lewis. It was unanimous with 6-0. The new officers for chairperson are Kathy Henderson, vice chairperson Clarence Lee, treasurer Keisha Shropshire, secretary Yvonne Buggs, parliamentarian Bernice Blacknell. And I believe, Commissioner Roberts, you had an objection that you wanted noted for the record or not?
I have numerous objections, but I'll let you finish.
Again, did you have numerous objections that you wanted noted in the minutes or not?
Yes.
Okay, and what are they?
Well, I would move to adopt the.
We're not finished reading the minutes.
Okay. Well, then I can't say my objections.
All right. There's a motion, let's see. Moving on, we discussed the Pepco Exelon merger. The People's Council, Sandra Madison Fry made a presentation. Pepco Regional Vice President Mark Battle arrived after the meeting adjourned, and thus did not make a presentation. Ms. Madison Fry gave a presentation. The merger, she indicated that the merger will likely result in a rate increase for consumers, which is consistent on the minutes. $6 to $8 billion acquisition for all jurisdictions must approve before merger can be actualized. Merger will result in Exelon Pepco having 10 million customers. Shareholders will receive a 25% premium on the shares they own. Pepco has received 4 rate increases within 7 years. Exelon has been active in blocking solar energy initiatives by consumers. I made a motion to oppose the merger, which was seconded by Commissioner Lewis, and that motion passed 6-0. The Level 2 development made a presentation. Todd Christensen and team gave an overview of project, asked for guidance regarding, again, this large block over the minutes. I can't even read what this is. Regarding inclusion of a park, let's see. Regarding inclusion of a park. Commissioner Henderson asked for a sense of the commission vote regarding inclusion of the park. Commissioner Lee opposed the park. 5 commissioners supported the inclusion of the park. And I asked the developer to return to the commission with the development plans. 9, there were citizens' concerns, comments from the audience regarding actions of new commissioners, which some felt were hostile. Commissioner Henderson promised to allow the community concerns to be first on the agenda for the February meeting. There were announcements, and then the meeting was adjourned at 8-something. 48. Yeah, 8:48. And I would ask in the future, since I took these minutes, and since the minutes clearly have a watermark draft, so I'm not even sure why there would be necessary to put a large draft across the face of each minutes. I think it's understood that they're draft because we haven't voted on them. At this time, I would ask for Commissioner Roberts' brief inclusion. For the record.
Does the chair have Secretary Bugg's version of these same minutes?
No.
Reference them in my notes.
I don't.
Basically, my concerns and my sort of incidental motion is I would like to see section 6 replaced by the version in Secretary Bugg's minutes. Specifically, the concerns are Commissioner Henderson's version.
Oh, thank you.
Excuse me, I didn't get a copy of that draft that has draft Henderson over, please. Okay, 1 second, okay. Thank you.
We did discuss this at the May meeting. It's improper. I'm not even sure why. I asked for your inclusions, not Commissioner Bugg's inclusions. Commissioner Bugg's didn't take minutes.
Well, I was trying to finish, but.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Okay.
Basically, my concerns are there's multiple indications. There were multiple indications that I was not sworn in at that meeting. I provided proof that night. I also provided proof multiple times since then. So my objections, to be very clear, that if there's any concern that I was not sworn in on the night of January 13th, those concerns are incorrect. I shared that proof that night, and would be happy to share it again at any time.
I will include Commissioner Roberts' objections that regarding his not being sworn in. That is consistent with what you actually said at the meeting, and I don't see any problem with it. But in terms of drafting, I will just make a note in the minutes and accept that you oppose the designation that you were not properly sworn in. Okay. I would ask that I put a motion on the floor.
Before you put the motion,
What is it, Commissioner Bud?
on page 2, where you said motion to reimburse Henderson, that was approved 4 yes, 0 no, 3 abstain. And that one and approval of December 9 minutes were also approved 4 yes, 0 no, and 3 abstain.
That number is incorrect. While there were 7 commissioners present at that January meeting, it was determined that Commissioner Roberts was not properly sworn in. And that issue is disputed, but for the purposes of our vote, Commissioner Roberts was not allowed to vote on any issue at the January meeting. So that number is not correct. Commissioner Shropshire.
I would like to move to adopt the minutes that the secretary drafted for this date in replacement of the ones that you just read.
No,
Seconded.
that's improper. That's
It's
improper.
been properly seconded.
It's improper. And that's, you can't replace a motion. No.
I'm making a motion to adopt
No.
the minutes that
No.
were drafted by the secretary.
No.
It's been properly seconded.
I'm not recognizing your improper motion. You cannot make a motion to adopt minutes from someone who did not take the minutes. That's absurd. You did not. Your exact words were, you did not have a pen, you did not have your glasses.
minutes from a
You did not.
recording.
You did not.
I took them from a
You
recording.
did not. You did not.
I did not take them from a recording.
No, you gave no indication that you were recording the minutes.
I took minutes from a recording.
Madam Chair, point of order. What is the motion that's on the floor right now?
The motion before Commissioner Shropshire interjected her motion was that we accept the minutes as I read them with the inclusions of Commissioner Roberts' objections. And it's waiting for a second.
So point of order, I think you just answered the next question, which was it wasn't seconded, so there wasn't a motion on the floor.
Again, your motion to, and I tell you what, this is indicative of why we've not approved any minutes thus far. We have 4 individuals here that are intent on doing the wrong thing. It is improper, to say that you've taken minutes when we've had a room full of people that clearly indicated, clearly witnessed that the secretary did not take the minutes. I took the minutes. You took the minutes. I took the minutes. I took the meeting minutes, Commissioner Bugs. Well, Commissioner Bugs, with all due respect, you've not done your job. You've not done your job consistently. You came here tonight. This is a meeting that you were called. You called this meeting along with 3 of your colleagues or 4 of your colleagues, and you appeared with no minutes, you have minutes, but no agenda. You were ill prepared, and there's no indication that this meeting is properly called. Simply because you have the numbers to put forth and vote for something doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. Now, if it is the will of this body for these commissioners to continue to behave in a renegade fashion and to vote for these minutes, feel free to go right ahead.
I'd like to move that we read Secretary Bugs' minutes to the public so that everyone knows what's in them. That would be the same thing, and we can rectify any issues between the 2 minutes that are of concern. So again, to read my motion, I would move that the secretary read her version of the minutes, just as we read the previous one.
I didn't recognize you, Commissioner Roberts. When you asked to be recognized.
Is there a motion before?
Excuse me, Commissioner Lee, Commissioner Roberts has the floor.
I'd like to move that we read Commissioner Bugs' version of the January 13 minutes.
Is there any discussion? Are you ready for the question? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? I oppose. It is improper, it makes no sense, and it doesn't serve the public well. And I want that noted, Commissioner Bugs.
It's being recorded.
Good. Are there abstentions? Roll call.
What are we voting on?
Roll call. Do you recall the motion, or do I need to repeat it for you?
I just don't know why we're voting to read them.
Roll call to indicate who is voting for the motion.
And the
Is that
motion is
clear?
to read them?
Yes.
Great, thank you.
Is that clear?
Very much so.
Okay. Roll call. Bugs?
Yes.
Shropshire?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Henderson? No. Roberts?
Yes.
Blacknell?
Yes.
Okay. Commissioner Bugs, you may read the version of the minutes that you're offering based on just your offering.
Meeting calls to order at 7 p.m. Reading by Commissioner Henderson, roll call, Commissioner Henderson, Commissioners present, all commissioners present. There was quorum established. Public safety report, Commander Lieutenant Derek Grant. Officers will continue to go door to door with visitor and will increase physical patrol. Officer Lightman and Officer Smith were applauded for their heroic actions to disarm you that allegedly. Hold on a second. tried to commit suicide by police due to link to a carjacking. Administrative matters, treasurer's report, Commissioner Henderson. Beginning balance, $48,525.02. Checks cleared, $150 for $17, $151 for $2.10, $149 for $27.26. $225 was $162.97, $227 for $108.30, $146 for $44.20, $226 for $34.98, $144 for $18.49, $230 for $7.94, $145 for $7.15, $229 for $7.15, $228 for $4.81, $147 for $4.77, $223 for $4.54, $222 for $3.90, $224 for $1.24, $154 for $442, $153 for $300, $152 for $68.90, $155 for $15.95, $157 for $15.12, $156 for $14.36, $141 for $505.40, $142 for $254.30, $148 for $82.99, $143 for $33.96, $173 for $51.63, $174 for $4.21, $175 for $252.05, $176 for $10.95, ending balance $46,360.04. Motion to approve treasurer's report, by Kathy Henderson, seconded by Commissioner Lewis. Approved, 4 yes, 0 no's, and 2 abstain. I'm sorry, 3 abstain. 3 abstain. Motion to reimburse Henderson for $25 for refreshments for December meeting. Motion made by Henderson, seconded by Lewis. Approved, 4 yes, 0 no's, and 3 abstain. Approval of December 9th, 2014 minutes. Commissioner Henderson, motion to approve. Kathy Henderson, seconded by Lewis. Approved, 4-3. Election of officers. Jason Cadell conduct the election. Chairperson, Commissioner Henderson, nominated by Commissioner Lewis and seconded by Commissioner Henderson. Commissioner Roberts, nominated by Commissioner Blacknell and seconded by Commissioner Roberts. Nomination closed on the 2 candidates. Both candidates gave a statement as to why they believe they were best suited for the position. After their statements, Commissioner Henderson announced that Commissioner Roberts was not eligible to vote because he had no proof of having been sworn in. Commissioner Roberts showed proof in the form of signed official swearing-in form with Council Member Kenyon McDuffie and Commissioner Roberts' dated signature. Commissioner Shropshire moved to postpone the elections to a later date in the month of January, citing the bylaws Article 4, Section 2, which states the election shall take place in January of each year. Commissioner Henderson moved the motion out of order. Commissioner Lee moved to have the election moved to another date within the month of January. Commissioner Henderson denied the motion and said that the commissioners should read Robert's rules of order to gain knowledge of why their motion was out of order. Commissioner Lee asked Commissioner Henderson when she became aware that Commissioner Roberts had not been sworn in. Commissioner Henderson responded, "At this time, the meeting agenda has been properly posted. Everything is in order, and there are nominations on the floor. I am sorry that Mr. Roberts did not do his due diligence upon his return from Thailand." Commissioner Henderson instructed Mr. Cadell to move on to nominations for Vice President. Commissioner Lee moved for a vote we move to have a voice vote for the candidacy of chair? Can we have a voice vote so the public can hear how we feel about the vote? Commissioner Henderson conducted a roll call vote. The votes were cast as follows. Lewis, I vote for Commissioner Henderson. Shropshire, I abstain. Blacknell abstain. Henderson, enthusiastic, yes. Bugs abstain. And McGee, I abstain. Commissioner Henderson called on Commissioner Roberts and then replied, Commissioner Roberts, oh, I'm sorry, sorry. Vice Chairperson, Henderson nominated Pettigay, Lewis, seconded by Lewis. Hearn, Lee nominated himself, Bud seconded. Nominations closed on 2 candidates. Lewis received 2 votes, and Lee received 4 votes. Position of Treasurer, Henderson nominated himself, Bud seconded. Keisha Shropshire nominated herself, seconded by Blacknell. Henderson received 2 votes, Shropshire received 4 votes. Secretary, Henderson nominated Blacknell, she declined. Henderson nominated Bud, seconded by Lewis, received 6 votes. Parliamentarian, Blacknell nominated by Henderson, seconded by Lewis, received 6 votes. Pepco Esmar Berger, Pepco Vice President Mark Battle arrived after being adjourned. People's Council Sandra Madable Fry, People's Council Sandra Madable Fry gave presentation at Smart Pepco Berger the right result in rate increase for consumers $68 acquisition. All 4 jurisdictions must approve before Berger can be actualized. Berger will result in Exxon Pepco having 10 million customers. Shareholders will receive a 25% premium on the shares they own. Pepco has received 4 rate increases within 7 years. Exxon has been active in blocking solar energy initiatives by consumers. Henderson made a motion to oppose the merger, seconded by Lewis, passed 6-0. There were 2 development presentations. Todd Christensen and team gave overview of projects. Asked guidance regarding inclusion of a park. Henderson asked for a sense of the commission vote regarding inclusion of a park. The opposed part by support inclusion of a park. Henderson asked developers to return to the commission with development plan. There were announcements made. We adjourned at 8:48 p.m.
Commissioner Henderson, you have a question?
Yes.
Well, actually, I'd like to make a motion that the section 6 of the second notice of Ms. Bugs, because that is more of an accurate portrayal of what happened. And I realize the meetings notes do not have to be verbatim, but these items listed here as election of officers for the chairman are more accurate than the notes that you have. It includes more of the things that went on. That was a contentious night, and I think the notes should detail the things that went on that should not be excluded.
Is that a question or a statement?
That's both.
What is the question?
The question is, can we include this section of the election of officers in your notes so we can vote on this complete package?
My response is as follows. These are essentially my minutes with some commentary, some of which is accurate, some of which is not. I take issue, I'm willing to accept the other commentary as reflective of what actually happened, with the exception of Commissioner Roberts showed proof in the form of a signed official swearing-in. That's just patently false. Commissioner Roberts actually referenced that he was properly signed in. He never showed me or anyone proof, and I would like to see some type of video evidence that Commissioner Roberts showed me proof that he was properly sworn in. The issue, I believe, there are many issues as to why these commissioners are not following the rules and they're not behaving as they should in support of the public's interest, is because Commissioner Roberts was very disappointed. Again, none of the comments that I stated regarding, I checked with Gottlieb Simon, all the people here, I checked with Gottlieb Simon at 4:30 on the day of January 13th, which was before our meeting, and I asked Mr. Simon, Commissioner Roberts been properly sworn in? His response was, I don't know. He responded in writing. I'm going to provide that to the Office of the Attorney General. So we can put this matter to rest. I sent a second message to Mr. Simon asking him, did he have Mr. Roberts' signed oath of office? To which Mr. Simon responded, no, he did not. I am a 6-term commissioner. I am the longest serving commissioner on this commission and in this area. And as long as I've been signed in, Mr. Gottlieb has consistently said that if the office does not have your oath of office, you are not properly sworn in. The issue is, apparently we are changing the rules midstream to accommodate Commissioner Roberts. I further, based on conversations with Commissioner Blacknell, after the meeting, she confirmed that Commissioner Roberts was emailing Mr. Simon around 8 or 9 o'clock after the vote had already taken place. And there was some conversation or some communication to allow Commissioner Roberts' oath of office to be accepted. Again, based on what I've been told, and all 237 plus commissioners over the years have been told, that if the office does not have your oath of office, your signed oath of office, you're not sworn in and you may not vote. If Mr. Simon, who is the director of the Office of ANCs, couldn't determine that Mr. Roberts was properly sworn in, what makes you think I was able to determine at that time that he was properly sworn in? Mr. Roberts, again, should have done his due diligence. So that reference in the meeting notes is correct. I did say that. He should have done his due diligence. Instead of enjoying himself in Thailand, he should have been making sure that he was properly sworn in and that his oath of office was properly received by the Office of the ANCs. He did not do that. I believe he was carrying it around with him. He didn't show it to me. He referenced it during the meeting. But carrying it, and I do remember saying carrying it around with you is not the same as turning it into the office. So that's why we have this rancor, and I'm sorry, Mr. Roberts, you can't accept that. You simply can't walk in after vacationing when every elected representative was properly sworn in on January 2nd and then expect that you're the chairperson. I understand that it may be smart, it may hurt, but you did not adhere to the rules. And we're not going to make up additional new rules just to accommodate you. That is not a fair process, and I stand by that. So you may feel disenfranchised, but I'm simply going by what was black and white, and your oath of office was not part of that. I see an eager Secretary Buggs with her hand up. Yes, Commissioner Buggs.
Commissioner Henderson, prior to the election, you allowed Commissioner Roberts to vote. And that's why I had.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Commissioner Henderson.
What did you vote on? You didn't vote on anything?
Excuse me. But can I have? Okay. We voted on, we first called, when I did the roll call, I included Commissioner Roberts. Nothing was said. We voted on administrative matters, the treasurer report.
You're right.
And the motion was, seconded and approved by 4 commissioners. There was no commissioners that said no, and there was 3 commissioners that abstained.